Right now, while you're watching this video, someone just like you is starting a business and they will be a millionaire by this time next year. And someone else who may be even smarter, more educated, and maybe have better connections is also starting a business and they will be broke. What? Yes. The difference isn't luck, money, or connections. It's knowing exactly what I'm about to show you right now. You see, if I woke up tomorrow with nothing, no money, no assets, no followers, no network, just me and a laptop, and 40 years of building two multi-million-dollar businesses, this is exactly the blueprint that I would use to build from 0 to 1 million. But first, let me tell you why I know this works. You see, I've actually rebuilt from 0 twice. The second time taught me everything. You see, after 24 years of building my first multi-million-dollar company, my divorce changed everything overnight. I was locked out, no access to money, assets, or even my business. At 44, I faced the choice that defies every entrepreneur: accept defeat or rebuild from 0. No plan B, no safety net, no excuses. And I chose to rebuild. So if you're watching this, you may be facing your own moment of choice right now. And here's what I wished that somebody had told me a long time ago. Success demands the death of your backup plan. By embodying what I call the all-in principle. Success isn't created by people who kind of sorta commit, because success isn't about one choice. It's really about you choosing the same choice repeatedly. Let me give you some examples. A profitable business happens from daily profitable choices. A strong relationship happens from daily loving connection choices. A fit body happens from daily health choices. So in essence, results are just commitments made real. Therefore, you can only truly be committed when you eliminate your exit door. Simply put, having a plan B is a plan F for planning to fail. When plan B stays possible in your mind, it becomes inevitable. But here's the good news. When it comes to success, the moment you eliminate plan B, your plan A also becomes inevitable. So here's the exact 7-step blueprint that I use that would take me from broke to millionaire, and what I would do differently starting today in 2025. Each step builds on the last. Miss one, and you join the 65% who fail by year 10. So let's dive in. Step 1, aggressively reduce your cost of living. Not trim, not optimize, reduce. At this stage, every dollar you spend is either buying your progress or buying your comfort. Choose progress. If you're earning under 6 figures, there's no neutral spend. Every Uber ride is a $20 tax on your future. Every takeout is a $15 tax on your dream. The key to this stage is cut lifestyle costs to the bare minimum by moving in with friends, family, or rent a room, finding a space that fuels your ambition over your comfort. Others might see this as a failure, but you'll know it's strategy. The key to this stage is having a clear vision of why are you creating $1 million business, so that you are fully choosing this stage of life, knowing it's temporary, so that you become resourceful within your intentional constraints. This is going to build an unshakable foundation that later gives you the confidence to handle what it takes to have millions. Remember, this stage isn't meant to be about being comfortable. It's meant to build your millionaire foundation that will last a lifetime. Step 2, learn one monetizable skill. The truth is 42% of businesses fail because they build something nobody wants. The number one killer to success isn't actually a lack of money or even competition. It's being too generic. You see, when you serve everyone, you actually serve no one. So the key for you is to solve a specific problem for a specific type of person. And to do this, you're going to want to pick one industry from the big 4. Number 1 is money. That's where it has to do with growth, either in business, on social media, online marketing. Number 2 is health. This is about if you're passionate about weight loss, something that is specific for fitness. Number 3 is relationships. And this is about like dating or having communication skills or knowing whether you should stay or go and get a divorce. Lastly, it's about passions. And this is about hobbies, pets. What you want to do is find what people are complaining about or desperately want to resolve. Like, what is the dream outcome they really most want? And the game changer is right now, you can ask AI to research the most recent trend reports from the 4 big consulting firms like Deloitte, KPMG, and ask what is in high demand with a low barrier skill that is the fastest way to cash. An example of that right now is AI-powered marketing is in demand. And this is where companies want AI personalized marketing, which requires the skills of AI prompts, no-code analytics, chatbot setup, and email automation. Learning this would allow you the fastest path to cash by you being able to fulfill on your $1 million vision. So first, you could become a freelancer, and then you do audits, which then turns into having your own white label services on this, which then becomes your very own signature offer. You see, once you do this, like the critical shift here at this stage is for you then to stop learning and start earning, meaning learn just enough to help someone for free, get testimonials so that you can start charging, raising your prices so you scale. My edge was I discovered 12 years ago that every struggling entrepreneur has an original core trauma that was driving their self-sabotage. So I became the go-to expert specialist for taking someone from trauma to triumph in 8 weeks or less. Remember, don't be a statistic, be specific so that you too can become an in-demand specialist. Step 3, you want to hunt the hungry crowd. You see, most people at this point will often ask, how do I get people interested in what I do? But this is actually the wrong question. Instead, the right question is, where are people already hungry for what you have? Because the number one rule for business success, or the top rules, is you don't create demand, you find it. Not by convincing, but rather by satisfying an existing hunger with an irresistible offer. You see, the key to this stage is to go where there's already a hungry crowd. So if you're just starting out, what I want to share with you is your hidden gold mine. It's called the Law of 250. In 1966 to 1977, there was a man by the name of Joe Girard who went from being broke to being in the Guinness Book of World Records as the greatest salesman who ever lived, because he discovered that the Law of 250. He did this by attending a Catholic funeral. He asked the director, how do you know how many mass cards to print? To which the man replied, simple, every person knows at least 250 people. Now, remember, this was before the internet. Hearing this, though, Joe had a light bulb moment. He realized that every customer really has a minimum of 250 potential referrals, which means that 250 people know another 250 people, which means that right now you already have a network of over 62,500 people. You see, realizing this, Joe went on to use this one principle by being of tremendous service to his network, which then had him sell a total of 13,000 vehicles in his career. Joe averaged 6 cars per day, and on his best days, he sold 18 cars, and in his best year, he sold 1,425 cars. In other words, Joe Girard outsold 95% of the entire dealerships in North America just by being himself. The secret is Joe didn't hunt customers. He hunted crowds of hungry customers by seeing each customer as 250 people. So remember, your network isn't small. It's just been invisible to you because your next client is just one conversation away from someone you already know. Step 4, and this is about building a money-making machine. Most people think building income takes years. It doesn't. In reality, if you're not making money within 6 months, you're building a hobby, not a business. Because the number one job of an entrepreneur is to develop a systematic way to profitably acquire clients. So to be successful, you want to use the 90-day rule. And meaning your first dollar should come within your first month. Your first $1,000 within 4 months. Your first 5,000 to even 10,000 before 6 months. Why this timeline matters? Because your 6-month deadline timeline isn't actually a goal. It's intended to be a filter, as it gives you the ability to then focus in on what actually generates revenue, not what just feels important. So here's the income acceleration formula that I would use if I was starting from zero. Month 1 and 2 is all about proof of concept. I would offer to provide the service for free for the first person who most felt like they were a match to my signature offer. You see, I would serve them one-on-one, and this allows them to get a quick win and helping them achieve that in the shortest amount of time, which then has them most likely buy my signature offer. The key in this stage is that you want to take on your first client for free, then you must start charging, even if it's $97. It's that ability to stair step while you continue to collect testimonials and then refine your process. By month 3 and 4, it's all about you scaling the wins. Now it's about time to double down on what's working so that you can continue to raise your prices on your signature offer, as most people wait too long. And you want to continue to also over deliver on the value and the results that you're providing, while you also build your case study collections. By month 5 and 6, it's all about systematize and multiplies. At this stage, you want to turn your process into a repeatable system that multiplies. Now, you're going to take your proven process and turn it into a repeatable way to acquire even more clients. This is about you multiplying by now serving one-to-many, developing your own trademark methodology so that you can hit your first 5K to 10K month. The key here is this whole stage is what I like to call the momentum principle, because the truth is success isn't about perfection. It's about you staying in acceleration. Every dollar you make in month 1 teaches you how to make 10 more in month 3. Every client you serve shows you how to serve 10 more. The secret is speed beats perfection every single time. But speed without a proven system is just chaos. So remember, dreams don't pay bills, cash flow does. Step 5, treat time like capital. The number one enemy to your success is distraction. At this stage, how you spend your time matters the most. You're not just making money, you're getting paid to actually evolve. Every dollar you earn is reshaping how you think, how you work, how you allocate your energy. The equation is simple. Wasted time equals missed income. 10 hours a week on TikTok isn't just entertainment, it's $1,000 a month in missed income potential. The truth is most people have strong dreams but weak daily standards, because most people want the upside of freedom but without the discipline stages that create it. Yet this stage isn't optional. Skip it and it comes back later with even bigger consequences. To be successful, use the time audit strategy. Look at your weekly responsibilities and the amount of time you allocate to achieve them. And now look at the time you've spent. What your time spent on high ROIs activities, or was it filled with just distractions and more busy work? This will give you the clarity on what you need to stop doing and what you need to start doing, so that you build the habit of asking yourself what results or outcomes need to happen this week. Now reverse engineer. What specific activities will make this happen? Now you want to start every day with the top 3 profit generating activities required to actually achieve them. You see, after this year, you'll never go back to trading time for money or waiting for permission to earn, because time invested in daily systems pays dividends, while time spent in distractions costs you compound interest. Remember, your daily discipline today is what's going to automate your income tomorrow. Step 6, learn from those that are 3 to 5 steps ahead of you. You see, no self-made millionaire did it alone. So one of the biggest lies in business is that every successful entrepreneur had someone who could see what they couldn't. The key is for you to find the mentor who's like 3 to 5 steps ahead. So don't look up, don't look sideways, just look 3 to 5 steps ahead. Not 1, because 1 step ahead, they're still trying to figure it out. Not 10 steps ahead, because they've actually forgotten the details. Just 3 to 5 steps ahead, as they know exactly what to do and what not to do. Because the journey of $1 million in business is understanding the blind spot principle. Every entrepreneur has costly blind spots about their time when they're working in their business and on their business, blind spots about money when they're they're undercharging in areas or overspending in areas. Blind spots about their strategy, when they're focusing on what feels productive versus what's really profitable. Blind spots about their mindset, which are the invisible, self-sabotaging patterns you just can't see. A mentor who's 3 to 5 steps ahead can spot these instantly. That's why we help 6-figure business owners, coaches, consultants, founders, course creators break through to 1 million, because we've already walked the path hundreds and hundreds of times. We see the landmines before they step on them. The key at this stage is to continue to stay in momentum, taking the fastest route. Remember, your biggest limitation isn't what you don't know at this stage, it's what you can't see. Step 7. Now repeat this all consistently until your dream becomes a reality. There are things on the internet that are cool, and I want you to know that cool doesn't pay. Consistency does. Just because something is popular online, it doesn't mean it's actually profitable. Once you have an irresistible signature offer, the math becomes simple. 20 clients a month on average times $5,000 a month equals $1,200,000 per year. That's how you go from 0 to 1 million in business. So while others are getting stuck chasing shiny objects, you've now perfected your $1 million system. And this is the equation for self-mastery. Because here's the kicker. You're not just building a $1 million business. You're mastering the #1 skill for success, which is how you're going to turn a dream into reality. You see, most people have dreams, but few have systems. You're building both. The truth is, millionaire status isn't a sprint to success. It's a transformation into being someone who can take a vision and make it real. You're not just making money. You're getting paid to master yourself. This is why I feel entrepreneurship is the ultimate self-mastery program that can come with $1 million paycheck. The key to being and staying a millionaire comes down to having systems built on what I call the SID system. Consistency. You show up daily. Ideation. You think bigger than your current reality. Iteration. You refine relentlessly. Duration. You play the long game until your next dream becomes a reality. The secret is knowing how to play the short game while you're inside of a long game. Have fun making it all a game, not taking it all so serious, because remember, we are living on a planet in the middle of space where no one actually gets out of here alive. Perfect your systems once and then use this over and over again for every dream thereafter. After a year, you won't just have $1 million business, you're gonna have the ultimate life skill, the ability to turn any dream into reality, because you're not building just wealth. You're building the version of you that can make anything happen. If this blueprint resonates with you and you're ready to stop consuming and start producing, and you want an unfair advantage, then download my guide to 0 to 1 million action blueprint, and I'm going to give you this income acceleration formula, my mini challenge strategy to get you to 5K to 10K in 90 days, and the blind spot method that will show you how to uncover what's really holding you back, along with your 48-hour action plan to get started. The link will be posted in the top comment below. Download for the shortcuts, subscribe for the strategies, and execute for real results, because your $1 million future is waiting. It's time. Go claim it.